What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. So Americans live on easy street, but we still have issues. So thinking, talking, interactions, in talking about all of these people who have quote unquote mental issues and need therapy. And that quote, tough times make strong men. Those strong men make easy times. Those easy times make weak men. Those weak men make hard times. Those hard times make strong men, right? And then couple that with the idea that an idle mind is the devil's workshop. You got modern day America, where people are, you can say parents are coddling kids, but at the same time, you can also say that kids and adults are coddling themselves. So now, the reason why you don't see as many people active, you don't see as many people innovative. Ingenuity is just like a thing of the past for most things. We got smartphones, but we getting dumber. We got, it's the information age, but we don't know nothing but BS, right? And then people have these terms, somebody's narcissistic, this is toxic, oh, this is my truth. And the reality of it is basically, ultimately, your issue is that you don't want to get up off your butt and do something. And if I'm going to just be a complete honest about this, what's happening to America is everybody in America is becoming white. And what I mean by that is this mentality that I can do little to nothing, but I deserve everything. And for all the people who are white, what are you talking about? Listen, y'all didn't build this country, you stole it. Y'all didn't compete against everybody, you killed them and cut off their avenue of competition, because everybody was doing just fine until you stuck your nose in everybody's business. But the thing about that is, in America in particular, you hold people down, and you can do the least amount of work and still be quote unquote better than people. So now that you can be better than people, all of a sudden we got this idea where I deserve to be better by birth. So now you take that generation and generation and generation, and it used to be a racial thing, and then it's kind of morphed into an American thing. So now you got a bunch of people in America who feels like I should have the best of the best of the best life just because I'm alive. And then now you got mental issues because you couldn't wake up in the morning and just be a millionaire on the strength of I exist. So now, you got a whole country like this. A whole country like this. You got grandparents, parents, and children like this. And what you have, over time is a small percentage of that population who actually has skills and abilities or gifts to create generational wealth. The rest of the people just feel like, look, as long as I can, Uber my way into success, I'm just fine. And now it's like, the issue is I'm not as successful as them. I'm on social media looking at them be successful. They're more successful than me. I put in just as much work as they did. How did you put in work? I was alive at the same time. And I feel like because I was alive at the same time, I took advantage of all the opportunities that they took advantage of. But no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't put yourself out there. You didn't attempt. You didn't succeed, and you didn't fail. You didn't even try. So part of this is, for me, is, the thing about people who succeed and the people who try and fail, they both tried. So normally those type of people don't, the person who failed might have regrets, but if they gave it a honest try, not so much. Because things can happen in your control or out of your control, and other people could get lucky. Things like that happen. Or other people might just be better than you. They outworked you. You got to accept that. You didn't put, or people didn't grasp the concept until the time limit was up on something. That happens. But you got other people who didn't try, and they don't realize what their mental issue is that's eating at them is they have remorse for not trying. Now all of a sudden, all the things that they didn't try, they have regrets about. And how dare, life not be, life is so unfair to people who don't try. So now the issue is you won't admit that you cowered out of making an attempt to make your life what you say you want it to be. Now you want a reward for cowering. You want a participation trophy for life when everybody on this planet is living. And this is why Americans still have issues, and why, you see people snapping and doing crazy things because they feel like they're owed something. And if they don't get what they feel like they're owed for doing absolutely nothing, or the bare minimum, then all of a sudden they can't take it. Remember when, if you think about the history story, when the Great Depression hit and they had all of those Wall Street guys jumping off of buildings and killing themselves and committing suicide because they went broke, while all the poor people in America who were poor the whole time was like, because those people couldn't live in a world, that they created for other people. They took advantage of all those poor people's situations for their own gain. They couldn't see themselves as those poor people because it was too good. So it was an issue. I can't live anymore if I got to be like the people that I use and misuse. So it's stupid, but it is what it is. So that being said, and you can see that across lines, when it comes to poverty, from poverty to wealth, in the rates of doing something to yourself. But that being said, this is why Americans have issues, because it's just too easy for some of us. And then we're expecting somebody else to put in the work for us in our life. Don't make sense. We out of here. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.